guys, and welcome back to my channel. You already know the vibes. If you're new, make sure that you're subscribed. Drop a comment down below and let me know where you're coming from. If you ain't new, drop a comment down below and let me know where you're coming from. I want to hear where you guys are watching this from, because you know it's a little bit of motivation. Makes me think sometimes, let me try something a little bit different, put a little twist on some food where maybe you're coming from or from your culture. So yeah, let me know. Be sure to follow me on all my socials, Chanell A. Wallace on TikTok, and Food of Chanel on everything else, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook and YouTube. Back with another video, and yeah, basically this one's kind of a quick one. I actually have something similar on my channel already, but this is a dedicated one. Like sometimes I'll do a whole meal and then you've got to like go through the whole video to see one part that you might want. I'm going to show you one piece of it, which is seasoned beans. Now for breakfast you may be having, you know, eggs, bacon, eggs, sausage, toast and beans. And in my culture, having baked beans is like, well, yeah, you can't just have it from the tin. You've got to do all these things to jazz it up. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. As I said, it's on my channel already, but this is more of a like a dedicated video. And I'm thinking, you know, something like beans on toast, which, you know, a lot of people in the UK know about. You might not know about it if you're from like America or somewhere else in the world, but that's like one of the ultimate struggle meals from the UK is beans on toast. This on toast, fire. This way of doing baked beans is just so nice. You're just adding more flavour, more seasoning, all of that. So the ingredients to this will always be in the description down below. Let's get straight into it and make some seasoned beans for your beans on toast, for your breakfast, whatever it is, but you won't be disappointed. Okay, so this is everything that you are going to need. You're going to need obviously a tin of baked beans, any brand, it does not matter because you're going to jazz it up anyway. You're going to need some butter, some all-purpose seasoning, an onion. Scotch bonnet is optional. Today I'm going to be using hot pepper sauce instead because yeah, you can either basically use Scotch bonnet or hot pepper sauce. Black pepper, did I say ketchup already? Can't remember. Ketchup and an onion. So all these things here is what you're going to need. Okay, so we're definitely going to need more ketchup than this, but what I will always do if I'm about to run out of ketchup, do not throw this away, because basically you're going to add a little bit of water to it, shake it and put it into your beans. Even though the beans already have tomato sauce in there, you're just, yeah. I don't know what it is about this. I wouldn't even say it's a meal. It's just like a side or something you can add onto a meal and it enhances it really well. So yeah, that's the thing about seasoned beans. It's one of those things that, of course, you can just eat how it is. But because, you know, when you don't have much and then you want to enhance on something, I feel like that's one thing my culture has taught me, is to like go with what you've got, go with your gut and the flavors that you know, and then just make something a little bit more special than what it actually is. And then that's how you end up making something like seasoned beans and making it into a whole meal by having like beans on toast or fried dumpling with beans and sausage and egg in the morning. And yeah. So I'm not going to use all of the onion because it doesn't need that much, but I'm chopping up the whole thing because I'm using the other half of the onion for a recipe later, something else that I'm cooking. Can I also point out, these are my new knives. They are from Amazon. I think all of the knives I get are actually from Amazon, but these knives are amazing. And when you use fresh knives, there's something about, I don't know, that feeling. It just makes me want to keep on cooking more. So I'm just going to set aside half of these onions. I'm going to put it into something. And then you just want to turn on your saucepan get a wooden spoon and then a knob of butter, probably about a tablespoon of butter like that, and just begin to melt it down. I'm just going to add the onions into it straight away, and I'd say put it on like a medium-high heat. And you just want to soften up these onions a bit. And as your onion starts to get soft, just get some all-purpose seasoning and sprinkle in about half a teaspoon, like that. Give it a mix and begin to cook them down, so they should look like that. And then practically after the onions being on for maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, you're going to add in the beans. And then once the beans are in, just start to mix it up like this. Keep it on like, you can even turn it up a little bit higher, but you're just going to need to keep stirring it. And then what I'm going to do, remember that leftover ketchup? I'm going to pour some water from the kettle into the bottle. So let's say that you didn't have a bottle that was just about to finish. Just add maybe like 2 tablespoons of ketchup and then like 4 tablespoons of water. My water was warm, so it wasn't like boiling hot water. So it looks like that. And then you just pour that in, because that's going to help the beans not stick to the bottom, because there's not much of a sauce. It's almost like you're making the sauce even more, I don't know, just richer, and there's more of it. So when you do use it over, whether it's your toast or you're having it as part of a breakfast, there's more to the beans than just the little bit of sauce that was there before. So yeah, just turn up the heat, and then you want to add some black pepper. And again, I'll add the exact measurements below. You can add a pinch of salt, but I don't think it will need it. And then you want to add about half a teaspoon of hot pepper sauce. And the hot pepper sauce won't make it spicy like that. Like if you like it spicy, put like a 3/4 teaspoon. But if not, just add half, because the sweet and the spice balances out in this. And then if you wanted to add a Scotch bonnet, you would have added a Scotch bonnet just after you sauteed the onions. Saute that for a couple of minutes and then add the beans in. So yeah, so you just turn that up to a high heat, keep stirring it so that it doesn't catch on the bottom. And then this is basically it. I'm going to add a bit more ketchup to mine, because I didn't have much in the bottle at the beginning. So I'm adding like another tablespoon for me. And what's good about this recipe, aside from the butter, so let's say you was using coconut oil, or vegan butter does exist, I'm sure, because I'm sure there's like a vegetable spread. There's obviously vegan alternatives to butter. This is vegan apart from the butter. That's it, because the all-purpose seasoning that I've got, this one's a homemade blend, so it doesn't have any salt in there. The hot pepper sauce is vegan, the beans are vegan, the ketchup is vegan, and obviously an onion is vegan. So if you are a vegan watching this, you could make this recipe but just use a alternative to the clover that I used. So this will take you all but 5 minutes really. Once it starts to bubble up like this, the whole thing is hot, so that tells me I can turn it down, put the lid on, and kind of leave it to, I would use the expression soak. So those onions are going to get softer within the sauce, all the flavours are going to mesh together, and you're just going to understand what I mean. And then you've got baked beans. This is how I have baked beans. I can't be having it just straight from here. It don't make no sense. And to be honest with you, maybe this could be the start of a new series. You guys can comment below something that you think is basic, and I'm going to add my twist to make it into something that, yeah, flavours, because this is what you need. You don't want something where it's just, you know, you have it from the tin and you don't feel like it's giving you any sort of love. You can always add love to food. It's about how you like incorporate the flavours to it. And this is what I do to a tin of 30p baked beans. I'm sure these cost like 30p. So in American money, that's definitely less than $1 and it's less than 50 cents. So yeah, obviously do the maths, you know. So yeah, I'm going to put the lid on and leave this for about 5 minutes, but I'm going to keep stirring it though, like every now and then, because you just don't want it to catch at the bottom, as I always say. Okay, and then about 5 to 10 minutes later, as I said, make sure you keep stirring it, because if you don't stir it, it will start to stick to the bottom. But then your onion should be nice and soft, and then your seasoned beans should be ready like this. And then, yeah, as I said, you can have it on top of toast as part of breakfast. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rest mine to the side, and this is almost like meal prep, if that makes sense. So I'm going to show you guys when I have it as part of my meal, and yeah, hopefully you can take my word for it that it tastes really good, because I've already eaten. So I'm not going to do a taste test on this one on camera, or I might just, hold on, I'm going to get a spoon and try it. So wait, hold on, I've got to make sure I get a bit of the onion as well. And I mean, if you don't like onions, just don't add them. That's what I would say, just don't add them, but the onions definitely add something. So yeah, I'm going to give that a taste. Oh, it's hot. You know what it is about seasoned beans for me? The creaminess of the sauce in comparison to before, where the sauce just seems watery, no flavour. This is what you want. Like, honestly, thank me later. Season your beans like this for your breakfast and you will thank me later. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys how this looks with some breakfast. As you can see, here we go. Seasoned beans as part of the perfect breakfast, brunch, even dinner if you're feeling like it. Try this. Use the ingredients in the description below and let me know in the comments what you thought. Let me know if you season up your beans, and if there's anything you want me to try and put a twist on to make it taste even better than it already does. See you in the next video.